Alright, before I start this video off, I want to make a point about my video last week. I kind of forgot to mention that this crazy girl kind of chucked an apple at my head too, but missed. Basically tried to like full on MLB pitch an apple at me because she was upset about the whole thing. So, if you haven't watched the video, go back and watch it. There's two parts to it. It's pretty funny. But anyways, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff on this video. And yeah. Anyways, welcome back everybody to a brand new story. This one is a little bit crazy. It took place about almost a year ago before this was legal in my country, Canada. But we'll start at the beginning. It was on a summer's night. It was warm out. And this kid I knew from our school was having a going away party before he went back to his country because he was an exchange student. So me and my four friends decided to go because it was out in the bush, and who doesn't like a good bush party once in a while? But I happened to be selling pot around this time, and I had about an ounce on me. I took it with me to this party to make some money because I knew there was going to be at least like 5 kids who were going to ask me for some, and I was trying to make $1. Anyways, me and my buddy head over to my friend's house. He's got his girlfriend over, so we're all just chilling, hang out there for maybe an hour or so, and we hop in the car to go drive out there. We pull up, and right away a bunch of kids came over to our car just to say what up and stuff like that. But we got out, had a good time. I met some new people who just moved to my town, so that was cool. Had a couple of drinks there. I was pretty faded, not gonna lie. But my friend who was driving was also pretty faded. I sold a couple of bags there, made some cash. It was a good time all around. Then around 10 or 11 p.m. I'd say people started to leave. It was pretty dark at this point, so it makes sense. But we were one of the last people to leave, so everyone's pretty much gone. Just a couple of like weird kids at this point who are still there. We're like, alright guys, let's go. Get back in the car. I'm sitting behind my friend who's driving. His girlfriend is in the front passenger seat, and my other friend is behind her next to me. So we start driving back into town, leave this function. Everything's going good. But in case you guys don't know this, I don't know if it's the same in America or other countries, but when you get your license, you become what's called a new driver. Now, you can't have more than one other person with you when you're a new driver, but there were 4 of us in total, so keep that in mind for this next part. We get into town and we're going around this roundabout, and all of a sudden my friend starts screaming at us to put our heads down. He's like, get down, and I'm like, what the hell? And all of a sudden I notice a cop is driving on the other side of the roundabout from us, and he definitely saw how many people were in the car. It was a patrol night anyway, because it was Friday and that's what everyone's turned his taint, I guess. But this dude whips around the traffic circle, speeds up to us. My friend was already mobbing away at that point to where he was going down another street, but he saw us, speeded up to us, and put his lights on and pulled us over. Meanwhile, everyone's shivering in their boots because I have an ounce on me. My friends have their super nice pieces, and my friend who was driving drank a little bit of liquor. Anyways, cop comes up to us, is all like, oh, you have a bunch of people in the car, and you only have your new driver's license. Step out, please, blah, blah, blah. Friends talking to the cop for a bit while we're deciding what to do. My friend comes back with the cop, and the cop's like, I could smell alcohol on your breath. Do you mind if I give you a breathalyzer? And he's like, yeah, for sure, go for it. But for some reason, the cop never gave him a breathalyzer. I guess he was just assuming him to say no or whatever. But then the cop looks at me, and he's like, I smell marijuana in this vehicle. So he asks, does anybody have anything? Right away, I knew it wasn't going to be a good situation. I knew he was going to find it, especially on me because it was in my backpack, and it wasn't going to go good for anybody. So I was just like, yeah, I got a little bit. Well, how much do you have? And I'm just like, oh, not much, maybe like a couple grams, something like that. And the dude's just like, okay, everyone in this car is under arrest right now. Dude goes back to his car, and my friend and I just kind of looked at each other, and I kind of just thought in my head, well, at least I'm going to jail with him. But he comes back with this big plastic bag, which I assume is like an evidence bag or disposable something, I don't know. Tells me to take it out, and I open up my bag. Keep in mind, I told him I had a couple grams, so he was probably assuming I had a tiny bag with like a nug or two in it. But I whipped out like a little under an ounce. He takes it away from my hand, looks at it, looks back at me, nods his head, and he's like, puts it in the bag, goes back to his car. Then another cop comes up, so we have 2 police now, And you guys honestly don't understand defeat or disappointment until the second cop car pulls up. Some of you guys probably know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, so now we have one cop questioning the girl up front, and now my friend, the cop talking to my friend was like, "Hey, do you have anything on you?" And he's like, "Yeah." Cop's like, "Open up your bag." My friend opens up his backpack, and the cop's pointing this massive flashlight at it. He unzips it, and there's this massive bio piece in there, like a 28-inch piece. And my friend's kind of just like smiling throughout the whole thing because honestly, it was kind of a hilarious moment. But the other cop pulls me out of the car, starts asking me stuff like my name, my age, where I live at, all that stuff, while I watch the other cop break my friend's piece right on the street inside his backpack. So there was glass all inside his bag, and honestly, I was kind of sad to see that happen. Like, it literally happened right in front of me, and I had some good memories with that piece, a lot of stories with that. It was heartbreaking. Anyways, I get back inside. They're like questioning the rest of the people in there. At this point, they found my friend's girlfriend's piece and my other friend's grinder, so they dumped everything out of that. They broke the other piece while they were talking to my other friend. So at this point, we have two pieces broken, a grinder confiscated. They left the other one for some reason, but they dumped everything out of it, and my ounce confiscated. So me and my friend were allowed to leave, which is crazy because 10 minutes before he basically just put us all under arrest. So we were kind of just like, all right, peace out. My friend's girlfriend was allowed to leave too, but I think she just kind of wanted to stay with him, so that makes sense. But yeah, me and my one friend, we're just walking back to our houses, and we were kind of just thinking about what had happened. And we were kind of pissed, but more than happy than anything that we had gotten away with everything except an ounce of my friend's piece. But yeah, it was kind of funny more than anything, to be honest. Anyways, my friend who was driving did get a $400 ticket for the whole thing, but the same cop that pulled us over saw me and him walking throughout town like a little while later. We were a tiny bit drunk. Basically came up to us in his vehicle and was like, "Oh, you're the guy I gave that ticket to the other day. Well, don't worry about it. I kind of messed up on it, so you can just rip it up and forget about it." So it was a W for him too. So I guess everyone kind of ended up happy. Not really, but I guess could have been a lot worse. But if you're going to take a message away from all this, it's don't take your whole supply with you anywhere like me, because that and another kid fucking me up with something completely different kind of ruined my whole operation. But yeah, anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Leave a like if you did. This one was kind of funny. Subscribe if you're new, and don't forget to check out my SoundCloud. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace.
Fuck once again, trapped inside my head. About to grab the bitch, man, I probably should be dead. Good pussy all night, baby, see me from a sense. Hope a nigga relive, pimp pop pills, get a nigga right all night. Feeling like I'm on a flight, pussy nigga wanna fight. Man, these little freak hoes, split them up so equal. Reliving the sequel, I just fucked a bitch, ain't got time to waste. Niggas wanna hate, but